They say you eat with your eyes, and at theme parks, that's more true than most places. So what does that mean? Well, it means that when you're here at Epic Universe, you're not only looking for delicious food, you're also looking for unique food. So today, I'm on a mission to find the most mouth-watering, show-stopping, unique food in Epic Universe. Let's start off in Super Nintendo World. First off, we were at Yoshi's Snack Island, where they have the red Koopa Shell Calzone. I love the packaging, but I'm tired of holding it, so I'm gonna throw this away. Actually, I better not. I will say, of all the food items that I think I'll have today, this one looks the most throwable, for sure. I feel like I could give this a good chunk. Okay, first things first. As you probably saw on the screen, this thing is $12.99. And it's not that big. That's a lot for a smallish calzone. Let's get a little cross section of this thing. We've got a cross section. Now let's try it. Woohoo! That's really good. This is like the best Hot Pocket that you've ever had. I mean, there's just so much cheese in there, and the filling is delicious, and then the bread's like nice and soft. I love that. I'm gonna stand on the fact that I hate that it's $13, but other than that, this is fantastic. So next up, we're headed into one of my favorite places in Epic Universe, and that's Donkey Kong Country. We're headed to the Bubbly Barrel, a place that has a float that I think might be the most photogenic thing at Epic. This is a banana pineapple soft serve float with pineapple soda, waffle bowl, sprinkles, toffee pieces, and caramel popcorn. I also don't think there's any way I get out of here without getting a copyright claim. Nintendo is just so loud everywhere that you go. It is so hot today, and I have been wanting this for a long time. I've seen everybody getting it. It's been on Instagram, it's been everywhere, and I kept putting it off, but today's the day. Growing up, I loved Donkey Kong so much. I still play the old Donkey Kong games. There's like a Switch subscription thing that you can pay, and you get access to like a lot of the old SNES games and Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 3. Those are all on there, and I've beaten them all. My very first game system that was like mine was the N64, the green one, the see-through green one, which was the Donkey Kong 64 version. The game was yellow. Great memories. And I got this souvenir barrel, and I love it so much. I'm going to drink everything out of this after I finish this. But let's try it. I think we take sip, then bite. Yeah. It's pineapple juice. Cool. All right, something I feel like I need to point out. Not only is this like a little decorative thing that comes in it, it's also a spoon. I've heard a lot of people go up here and they're like, oh, they just don't have any spoons. Yeah, they give you one. It's right here. I lost caramel corn. Oh my God. This is bananas. Oh, it is so good. Much like Donkey Kong and his friends, I love bananas. And I was very afraid that this would be like super banana forward. And there's definitely like, you taste the banana, but it's not that cloyingly sweet, like the Laffy Taffy. That's what I think of, the banana Laffy Taffy. That flavor, it's not that at all. The banana and the pineapple mix, and it's kind of subtle, but when you get a bite with everything, the toffee, the caramel corn, it is such a good bite. I just love that everything is a barrel. Sick. So next up, we are here at Pizza Moon. Pizza Moon is currently the only pizza location here at Epic Universe. Not only do I think it's home to some of the best theme park pizza that you can get, it's also home to a purple pizza and a dessert that you have to see. Pizza Moon was the very first restaurant that I walked into at Epic Universe, and it set the bar really high. This restaurant is incredibly themed, and it is beautiful. I mean, all the details and little story that goes with this restaurant is just, it's so perfect. But my favorite detail has to be that the pizza oven is a rocket ship. That's sick. Here is the purple pizza. This is the pizza lunar. It is roasted garlic bechamel, fromage de lune, ricotta, pancetta, garlic confit, and an ube pizza crust. What's funny is when you see this on the app, it doesn't look that purple. But when you get it, it's pretty purple. I've heard there's a good cheese pull, so I'm going to try to capture that. Okay, I fell. I recorded for a little bit too long. It is still really hot, but I recorded for 10 minutes before I ate it. Ricotta on a pizza is S tier. It is the best thing that you can get on a pizza, in my opinion. I love it so much. And then that pancetta has these huge chunks of pancetta. Oh, this pizza is delicious. Those little roasted things of garlic too, those are just little flavor bombs all over this thing. The great thing is almost every single bite is a little bit different. You get the ricotta with some of it, you get that little bit of garlic. The pizza here at Pizza Moon is just out of this world. Yeah, I had to do it. I've said it in a previous video, and I just say it about pizza in general. The thing that makes a good pizza is a good dough. If you have good crust on a pizza, the toppings, they can be mediocre, and the pizza's going to be pretty good. The dough here at Pizza Moon, the crust, insane. I think it's hand-pulled dough. I think they're hand-pulling all of these, and then that pizza oven, whatever you're doing in there, Universal, like whatever magic is in that rocket ship, keep that magic going. This is fantastic. Pizza Moon is not only home to delicious pizza, they also have desserts. This is the Brownie Eclipse. This is a warm, gooey brownie, Nutella, toasted marshmallows, and crushed Oreos. I have seen people talk about this thing over and over, and I haven't tried it. It's not going to be warm and gooey anymore because I got it a while back, but the marshmallow's still gooey. There is nothing about this that I don't love. I love brownies, and then with this brownie in particular, it's done in a circular pan, so you always have the corner. That's a weird thing to say. You know the corner, the texture. You know what I'm talking about. The crust. You have the crust. There's no corners in a circle. I know that. This is also the first time I've ever had Nutella on a brownie. It's insanely good. Yeah, I mean, what is there not to love about this? Marshmallows, fantastic. Nutella, fantastic. Oreos, America's favorite cookie. And the cornerless corners of the circular brownie. This is wonderful. I can't imagine how good this would be if it was hot, because as it's been sitting here for probably, 15 minutes, something along those lines. I got footage of the other two things. Warning, it is very rich. You're going to want water or milk, but the freestyle machines don't have milk, so get water. Let's have a chat. Most of the food at Epic Universe is not only good looking, it's also delicious tasting. This next item, I've heard other things about. It is unique. Okay, so I stopped at Comet Dogs, and they have a bunch of different kinds of hot dogs. I mean, they've got a bulgogi dog, a Comet dog, an Al Pastor dog, a Philly cheesesteak dog. But the one that I got is different from the rest of them. This is the smoky carrot dog. While I know I just had fun eating purple crust, This one's a little bit different. So the smoky dog is a slow roasted glazed carrot with vegan feta, micro cilantro inside of an ube bun. I have heard nothing but nightmares with this thing. This is the only thing that I've heard negative remarks on in the entire park. Now, to be fair, I'm not vegan, and I don't think the people that I got the negative remarks from I don't think they were vegan. Could have been. Not sure. But it is unique. It's unique. It's not awful. It's just not a hot dog. I mean, when I think of hot dog, it is like the most unhealthy thing that you can eat. It's processed meat. And this is a carrot. One of the healthier things that you can eat. It's good for your eyesight. At least I've heard. As repulsed as some of the other reviewers have been, I'm not repulsed. Would I order it again? No. No. If I'm ordering a hot dog, we're going for a hot dog. We're not going for a substitute. This is fine. I do think it's weird that it is still the same price as a normal hot dog. It should definitely be cheaper. You get like 50 carrots for $1. You know what I decided about the carrot dog? It's actually not that bad. If you were to give me a side of those carrots, like on a dinner plate or something, I think they'd be good. I think the problem is going into it, looking at it as a hot dog substitute. That's the issue. Because the carrot itself is actually really good. The smokiness, it's great. But it's not a hot dog. Okay, this has kind of put me in a dark place, so I'm going to go somewhere darker that might cheer me up. We're going to Dark Universe. What about
you don't warn people, they start flipping tables, right? They start lighting torches. The pitchfork, it's mass hysteria. All right.
And this is the Chorpion?
This is what a Chorpion sounds like. All right. All right. It's Quincy. It's me. It's not Chorpion. All right. I'm just telling them because if anybody hears a Chorpion, all right, they start running. I don't want you to run. Drop your drinks. All right. Sounds like Woo! Feel your bones just shivering in your body.
Goosebumps.
It's like a little part of your soul dies.
Yeah, goosebumps.
You hear something like that at the Chorpion State.
I made my way back to the Burning Blade Tavern. That is what you see behind me. This is the area that you're going to want to come to if you're running from the monsters in Dark Universe. This is the safe haven. They consider this the safe haven. The hunters come in here. There's weapons. There's all kinds of things to make sure you're safe. And when you see the windmill on fire, that is your signal to run inside because there's monsters on the loose. So a couple things I think you should be aware of. When you come inside, this is where you order the drinks, like all the alcoholic drinks, everything like that, you're going to get at the bar that is behind me. However, they have a window outside, and that is where you get the food, like the small bites. They don't have any big meals. They have like a potato and just little finger foods. The potato's not a finger food, I get it, but that's what they've got outside. But that being said, on top of it being one of the most uniquely themed areas, they have some unique food. So up first, I got the Hunter's Garlic Steak. And this is a crispy garlic butter pretzel with garlic dipping sauce. You may be thinking, well, it's just a pretzel, so what's unique about that? Well, one, it looks like a steak, and two, it is the only food item that contains garlic in all of Dark Universe, which is hilarious for theming. Okay. Oh my god. That is so much garlic. I do not have to worry about vampires, girls, anything bothering me. Let's try the dipping sauce.
It's number 2. Those get number 3. And
Okay.
pancake.
You know the garlic dipping sauce from Papa John's? This makes that look like water. That is the most garlic thing I've ever put in my mouth. And I love garlic. It's delicious. But it is so much garlic. I need something to wash that down. And I've got the perfect solution. So this is the Monacane mocktail. This is pineapple syrup, blue raspberry syrup, passion fruit syrup, emerald luster dust, and Sprite mixed in a mocktail. Obviously, the coolest thing about this is the flask, the beaker. What kind of flask is this? Hold on. This is a conical flask. Nerd. Right off the rip, it is pineapple forward, and it is very sweet. I do get the blue raspberry a little bit, and I love blue raspberry, but very pineapple. Like, that's the main flavor that I get. This is actually the second one of these that I have, so I can start my own laboratory at home. Let's calm down. Next up on the list, we have made our way into Isle of Burke. And not just anywhere in Isle of Burke, we have come all the way back to the meat hall. The meat hall is what I would consider the centerpiece of Isle of Burke. I think Isle of Burke is the most complete world here. It is so good. Everywhere you look, there's theming. It's just like, it's incredible in here. But with that, they do have some unique foods. Now, obviously, the first thing that probably comes to your mind are those cones, the mac and cheese cones. Those have went super viral. I thought about putting them in this video. They deserve a spot on this video. Very unique. Straight carbs. Everybody loves them. I just think everybody's seen them at this point. If you haven't seen them, I've got another video where I did 10 can't miss food items at Epic Universe, and that's in there. It's in the thumbnail. They are delicious and they are massive. They did just go up in price though, so that is something to keep in mind. And they're unique. It's just everybody's getting them. So when I was thinking about what to get here, the first thing that came to my mind was the Stormfly's catch of the day. It's like a mousse dessert. It's delicious. But I had that in another video, and I'm trying to do things slightly different. There's a few things I've had here that I've had in another video, but there's some other stuff here that I think is just as unique. So we're going to change it up at Meat Hall. First up, we have Berserker's meatballs. These are Swedish meatballs, onion gravy, lingonberry jam, and smashed root vegetables. Maybe I am easily amused, or perhaps I am just curious. I've never had Swedish meatballs except for in one place. That place is IKEA. I've had the Swedish meatballs from IKEA. I think IKEA is pretty unique. You can get lost there, and they don't really care. Just wander around that place forever. Never finding your way out. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen meatballs on another menu. Well, you can get like a meatball sub. That doesn't count. Or spaghetti and meatballs, but not just straight up meatballs. This just looks like a plate that a Viking would eat. Or an employee of IKEA. I have not had these yet. So we'll find out if they're better than IKEA. IKEA, you're in trouble. These are good. Let's try it with the lingonberry. Yeah, let's try it with that. I think I'll like it better with the jelly or the jam. I don't know the difference. Now the root vegetables. Those are actually banging. That is fantastic. Now, I will say, It is 95 degrees today. Oh, I about dropped that. I think the last thing that I want is smashed root vegetables and meatballs. It's a pretty hearty meal, and I'm not looking for hearty right now. I've eaten all day, and it's hot. I want something light. And so I ordered this. I do think this is very much a representation of what Universal has done with the food and the theming of these restaurants. This is simplistic. This is super simple, but you're a Viking. You're in Meat Hall. You're where the Vikings eat. It's just like a place that Vikings gather to eat. And what else would they eat other than cones with mac and cheese and meatballs and smashed root vegetable? It's exactly what a Viking would do. They probably wouldn't use a fork. I will say, they'd have just handed us like wooden forks. That'd been fun. Or napkins and said good luck. I have long touted my love. You can see the straw. This is not being sneaky. You're not being sneaky. I have long touted my love for a themed drink. And Burke has their own butterbeer of sorts. So this is Yaknog. This is a dessert beverage. It is a malted chocolate and cinnamon drink with a whipped topping. I love butterbeer. But if you're asking me which one's more fun to say, Yaknog wins by a mile. I mean, say it at home right now. Yaknog. It's a ton of fun. I have had this in another video, but I had to get it again because I do think it's a good idea for areas to have their own themed drinks. Like I had the Monacane mocktail over in Dark Universe. The Wizarding World has butterbeer. Yaknog here in Burke. What does Nintendo have? Oh, they have that Yoshi smoothie. Very sweet. Ground up Yoshi. But anyways, let's try the butterbeer of Burke. That's the stuff right there. It is basically chocolate milk with cinnamon goodness. And it's like really rich and good chocolate milk. I can tell you from drinking this would be delicious hot on a winter day. Like after you've been sledding or tubing all day, whatever you want to do in the snow. Skiing, some people do that. If you heated this up, this would be like the most decadent hot chocolate you've ever had. The chocolate's very rich and very sweet, and then that cinnamon, there's enough in there where you don't get that like hit in the back of your throat, but you taste it. And the cinnamon just complements the chocolate really well. It's like a Mexican chocolate. Between the red and white straw and the taste, this is a Christmas drink. I think this is the new go-to. This and hot butterbeer around Christmas. What I think is funny about it is they have taken a drink that in the movies, it's gross. It's basically a play on eggnog, except it's made with yak milk. So it's not eggnog, it's Yaknog. That's exactly where it comes from. You could have probably figured that out. It wasn't that hard. But I believe in the movies and the show, it's a drink that they drink. I think it's more like a quirky cultural tradition than something they enjoy. But here, you should get it because it's delicious. I don't know if you've been following along. Hopefully, if you've made it this far, you have. I mentioned butterbeer. I'm not getting a butterbeer, but that's where we're headed. To the land of butterbeer. So I've made my way into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. And over here, there is a bar. It is called Bar Moonshine. It's like the American bar here in Paris. Interestingly enough, after this, I'm going to a German restaurant in Paris. The whole timeline here really confuses me. You're in Paris in 1920, and then you go through a flu system, and you're in 1990s British ministry. Whatever. The drink that I got, though, is very magical. So before me, I have an alchemy tea. I know, it looks like it might just be a what is it? An ocean water from Sonic, but it's not. Something totally different. So you may be wondering what is so special or unique about it. Well, here, I'll show you. Yeah, I know. Fun. Changes colors. So you get this little, you buy the drink, obviously, and then you get this little packet. And when you rip it open, there's like a pillow. It looks kind of like a purple pillow. It's not purple, the color, the purple mattress brand. It's the kind of pillow I have. It's shaped very similarly. But then you just drop that in your drink, and bam, you have a different colored drink. It's kind of like the drinks from when I was a kid. I don't know who will remember it. I can't remember if it was the Kool-Aid Jammers or the Squeezable. But there was like a year or a few years where they came with these pills, and you would put them in there, and it turned like the red ones blue or to purple. I can't remember, but it changed the colors. Does anybody remember that? I don't think that's a fake memory. I think that's a real thing.
That was good.
But okay, let's give it a try. Okay, I'm not really sure about the flavor. It's really sweet. Probably too sweet for me, especially after an all-day eating here. But it is unique. It is fun. This is Instagrammable. If there's one thing I've had today that would be great for Instagram, this right here. Great for Instagram, okay for drinking. Okay, now we're going to head into this restaurant that not a lot of people know about. This is Goblet Noir. This is the other restaurant in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And inside they have... I love the butterbeer crepe. I love the butterbeer crepe. The dessert in here, it might be the best dessert in the Wizarding World. Maybe. I think the butterbeer crepe is, but this one's crazy good too. Okay, so over at Goblet Noir, we got the Black Forest cake. This is cherry-soaked chocolate cake, chocolate mousse, and cherries encased in a crispy, crunchy chocolate shell. What I will say about this dessert is it is very rich. It is pretty, though. I don't really know what to say it looks like, but it's pretty. Oh, it is thick. It is thick. It is so rich. It is like you have to instantly get water because it is so rich. I dare somebody to come over here and try. I can't get this off my bag. I dare somebody to come over here and try to eat that whole thing. I think when most people think of the Wizarding World, you do think of butterbeer. Like, that is the first thing you think of when you think about sweet stuff. But this is a great addition. It has nothing to do with butterbeer. And it is the most decadent thing I think I've ever had in the Wizarding World. Over in Studios and Islands, you can get like a chocolate trifle cake type thing. It is nothing like this. This is like dark, deep, decadent chocolate. 3Ds, you may say. Let's try the Christmas tree part of it. Chocolate. Yeah, that is chocolate. As you can see, Goblet Noir almost always empty, and I don't get it because I think the food here is really good across the board. And if you're here, you got to get the Black Forest cake. I am uniqued out. That's enough food for today. If you're coming here, don't just ride rides. Eat like a monster or a wizard or whatever they have here in Celestial Park. Just eat like that. But alright guys, if you think there is something that is more unique here at Epic Universe that I didn't have, please let me know in the comments. But thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.